I'm Isa. I'm an artist and illustrator from Vienna, and today's topic is language. So during the next 20 minutes, I try to talk to you about my visual language, and the second part would be how you talk to creatives, mainly in emails. So how you write emails. Can everybody hear me? Yeah. Louder? Is this okay? Okay, hey, I'm Isa. Right, in the back? It's good? Okay. I will start to tell you about my history as an artist, so how I grew up and my little story so that you know me better. Here you see my family. I'm the little one over there. I have 4 siblings, and we grew up in basically in the woods in the countryside. And it was, a really important time for me because my dad was an actor and my mom was a stay-at-home mom, so there was basically no money, so we grew up without it. My dad was an idealistic actor. He loved acting so much that he didn't charge anything for acting. So that was not that good on the money side, but on the family side it was great because we had an amazing time. So I really decided to be an artist with around 6 or 7, and then I went to an art school, and with 16 I decided to become a graffiti artist. And we were cool back then. I was always really able to talk to people. I really liked to talk to people, and when you do graffiti, everybody's coming up to you and say, hey, it's cool what you do. And people started asking me, hey, it's cool what you do. Would you do this at my home? And I was like, okay, so yeah, sure. Like, yeah, how much do you want for it? And I was, okay, there is money in it. That's cool. I will do that. So I started earning money as an artist. That was amazing for me. This was the first time I thought, okay, I really want to work as an artist full-time. So I was growing up in Carinthia, and that's not really possible to work as an artist there because there are no clients, basically. I was doing bars and Greek landscapes on carports, but that's not really the kind of thing you want to do as an artist. And with 16, it's okay. So I decided, I'm going to Vienna and go to art school. I was super motivated. I was like, that's the main goal. I want to go to Angewandte or to the academy, and I'm going to be an artist. It's going to be great. But what happened was they rejected me. They rejected me 4 times, 4 years in a row. So this dream was kind of dying. So I was studying art history, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. So what I said to myself was I want to be an artist 100%, so I started being an artist. I'm talking a little fast because I have just 20 minutes. I have to go through this whole presentation. So I was starting doing my style, doing my characters, doing lots of networking, working with other artists, traveling a lot. It was really working okay. So I started earning money a little bit. I could pay my rent. It was fine. Then I met my husband, and this all changed because he was a graphic designer and I was an artist. And then when we got together, we stopped working. For months, we didn't do anything because we just hanging out, drinking coffee all the time, smooching, making out. We traveled to Paris to go to a concert, and when you're an artist and do not work for a couple of months, you're broke. So then my ideas changed a bit, okay, I have to do something about it. And then we started thinking about what can we do. He was super creative, I was super creative. He had this company with 4 other guys, but because the not working phase, we thought of something else. So I started working at the museum to earn a little money, which was really good because when I worked at the museum I had time to focus on my stuff, what I do, and not really on the money part because I could pay my rent and it was all fine. So we started a company, a little design studio for illustration, but I will come to that later. So basically, then I formed myself to a diverse person. I was this artist on the one side, and I had this client work on the other. But I think the more interesting part right now is the artist part. So what I do now is I do paintings. I love to paint, and I do murals on the walls, and digital illustrations. As you see, my inspiration is comes from a very female side. I really like female characters, strong female characters, surrounded by a mystical world, like a universe. So lots of people ask me, how do you get your inspiration, or why do you do this women all the time? It's kind of boring, always women and no men over. And so I was thinking about explaining this a little. I'm a very nostalgic person, so I love vintage photography, vintage fashion photography from the... Can you see that? Yeah. Here you see these women in this fashion photography are so strong. They have this look on your face. They're not just wearing fashion, they are fashion, and they are so strong, and their body language is amazing. So what I do, I really use the air of these women. Because they are so strong. I do not really copy the poses or copy the like things they wear or the looks or their hair, but I just take this little air they're giving me. And the next passion of me is old illustrations of alchemy. There you see they're using a crazy amount of symbols. So this language is crazy. They're using a symbol for every little task they want to tell you. So, but this is really, I'm not copying the symbols their time, because they're really super crazy, but I invent my own symbols. As you can see, there you see these strong women, like in these poses, and they're super strong in their surroundings. And then I add my own symbols, the symbols I like, to build this universe around them. You see here some little stuff like cups, because I'm obsessed with coffee cups. I love coffee so much, so there's a coffee machine over there. And I love to add personal things to my work. In the background you see 3 pictures. There's a horse over there, or a pear, or this mountain. These are all artworks from my husband. He did, and he's not much an artist type of guy. He doesn't want to show his stuff, but it's amazing. So I thought, I could add his artworks in my work, and then it's in the museum somewhere. Love that idea. So, but what I do is taking these symbols and make my own universe. That's the main idea. My favorite symbols in visual language are these 3. I love the key. The key is amazing because it means so much. You can open something up and look inside, or you can open yourself up or lock yourself, or open a door and look what's hiding, or you can throw away a key, and that's ridiculous because you never see what's inside this door. It just means so much. You can do so much with a little thing. So it's a really intense symbol. The hand as well, it's always in my picture somewhere. Hands are really comforting. I really like this strong touch of a hand, like a hand can guide you, a hand can hold you, a hand can hold you back a little. So it's a really loaded symbol as well. Same as the house. The house for me means home. Is it working? Yeah. I'm traveling a lot all the time as an artist, because I go to festivals and I go to cities to work with other artists, and I always try to take a little piece of my home with me. So I take most of the time my husband, because he's home for me. So, but everyone is thinking of a different thing when it comes to home. But that's what I like the most when it comes to my artwork, that everybody is thinking their own stuff about my symbols. Maybe for you, the house is something completely else, or the key, or the hand, or whatever I do, because you make up your own stories, and that's what I like most about my work, is that you can make up your own story when it comes to artwork. So it's much more fun if you let the artwork speak to you and not the artist. Because many people come to me and say, yeah, can you explain the snake? Why is there a snake? And I was like, hey, think about it. What does the snake mean to you? Or what do you think? And it's much more fun this way. Because when you're going to watch a movie, for example, and you tell somebody exactly every detail of the film, you don't want to watch it anymore, because you know everything what will happen. And that's the same with art. Yeah, I think it's just more fun if you make things up, because that was the most fun part when you was a kid. Then the second part of my creative life is the studio work. Our studio is called Wald und Schwert. It's woods and sword. That's us. Apparently I'm the sword. What we do is illustration, graphic design, branding and wedding stationery. And when it comes to language, it's super intense. We really work close with our clients. We really talk much, especially when it comes to wedding stationery. We are inviting everybody to our studio so that we can get to know them, and we really love to know our clients. Here come to our rules. This clients is very, very important to us, because they come to our studio, they tell us their ideas, and the way they talk about themselves or the projects is means a lot. You can read like their minds as a designer or as a creative person. You can see, okay, is he excited about it, or is he not excited, or does he just not care, or she doesn't care, or is he really like super into your stuff or the project. So this is one of our biggest rules. Talk to the clients, make them happy so they can make you happy. The second rule is that we really try to love our work all the time. It's not really working every time, because clients are annoying sometimes. I think you know that. But we really try to love every work, even if there's no money behind it, or if the client is really stressful or the deadline is so close. We try to make something good because we love our work, and then it turned out good when you love it. When you not love it, it's meh. The next rule is like we love to learn new stuff, and I think that's really important, that you really do something new nearly every day. We love to invent stuff or use different apps or learn photography or whatever. It's really important to get your flow down. But what's the importance? No. The most important rule is be nice. I think when clients come to you and you are nice, you get everything from them, and vice versa. So if you're writing nice emails, you get everything. If you work with colleagues, they're doing creative stuff as well. If you're nice, everything is floating. Because when you make mistakes, everybody say, it's okay, you've been nice, that's good. So that leads me to the next topic. You should talk to creative people. And when I mean talk, I mean writing emails, because I really hate it when clients call me on my phone. It's super annoying, because right now I'm working on 12 projects simultaneously, and it's like working like this. I have this project. I start in the morning, drink some coffee, work, make sketches, send an email with the sketches to this festival, whatever. Then the next task, I do a wedding invitation design, send it per email. And then like in the afternoon, this bride from morning calls me and wants to know everything. And I'm not ready to give her the answers, because most of the time you have to think about the answers, because when you answer so rapidly, it's just not right. So I could say, yeah, cool, give me 10 minutes, I will think about it. But then 10 minutes in silence are super stupid on the phone. So what we do is we ask clients to write an email when they call us. At first they're like a little bit annoyed that we want them to write an email, but it makes much more sense, because you can look it up later. Because if you're on the phone talking, it's like, yeah, my favorite color is pink, but maybe make it a little bit more gray, and blah, 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 blah. You couldn't remember 2 hours later. So if you have an email, you can read the email, and it's super more practical to have this written down, especially when it comes to stupid clients. And that's the next thing. When they write emails, I really look if it's nice or not, because what most of the people forget is that creative people can make up their own prices. So if I get an email and it's rude, what will happen? Okay, most of the time I give them a second chance, because when they write an email like, I need an artwork for a poster, how much? I think, okay, I will answer it. Dear you, because there was no name, thank you so much for your message. It's really cool that you're interested in my artwork. Would you tell me please what it's about, and then maybe I can tell you how much it is, or blah, blah, blah. Dear, all the best, high five, ahoy, Isa, something like that. And most of the time it comes back like, hi Isa, and then they explain. When it's like this, it's okay. Then they're nice, they're just stressed out or something with their first email. But most of the time it's like, I need an artwork. It doesn't take that much time for you, just a drawing, how much? And then this happens. The price goes up immediately, and the effort and my the effort I put into this work is shrinking. Because I don't want to work with people that are not nice. And I think that's happening to a lot of creative people, that when they are treated badly, they don't like to work for you. That's really. And the other thing is, when you're nice, you get everything from an artist. Like, you don't have to woo them and say, oh my God, your work is so amazing, I would love to tattoo it all over my back. It's not about that, it's about just appreciate what creatives do. Especially when it comes to artists, visual artists, tell them, yeah, I saw your work on Instagram or whatever. I really think that it fits to my project. Would you work for me? There's not that much budget, but we will work it out. And when you're nice, it's evening out. The price is right for you, and the price is right for the client, and vice versa. And the effort is amazing. When people feel comfortable, it's really working good for everybody. The next topic I want to talk to you about is how artists talk. Because when I was preparing this speech, it was I immediately thought about my colleagues from the Weird. I have this graffiti crew, or as grown-ups call it collective, and we're 10 different people. And everybody is so different from the other ones. Really, they're crazy dudes. There's 9 guys and me, and everybody is crazier than the other, but really lovely. They're like my family. They're really awesome guys, but they're artists. And some of them are really loud speakers, because when you talk, they're super loud. They're annoyingly loud, like they're nearly screaming at you. And the more louder they talk, the more louder they work. They use brighter colors, they use bigger walls, they use, just they're more expressionistic, and that was really fun to see, because I'm much more of a calm artist. I'm not really talking that loud, as you can maybe see. And my work is subtle, and I use only mixed colors, lots of gray. I never use primary colors, I always mix them. But my loud colleagues using red, green, yellow, turquoise, and much more brighter colors and more aggressive colors, and that's what really makes me smile sometimes. And the other ones are really calm, but I will describe it later. But the calmer artist, the more calm he speaks, the smaller is the artwork. It is really crazy, and the more detailed is the artwork, because when you're loud, you're like fast, and you can't be fast when you're calm, so you really focus on the smaller details. I'll give you one example. There's rookie Robert. He's always talking in riddles, jokes, wordplays, and he's imitating voices all the time. Like, you can't say one sentence straight, and you can talk with him without the joke, and you always have to think, what did he just say? or what does he mean? And the same is with his artwork. As you can see here, he puts so much weird stuff in his work, it's crazy. There's some monkeys on a cake under an umbrella. There's a crocodile on the lap of this girl, and on the lap of this girl is this guy writing a letter, and the ribbon of the hair of the girl is a snake, and it's just so much information, and it's the same way he talks. He gives so much information. And another example is Colin, he's Cone. Some of you know him. He's a really, really slow and calm talker. He really explains everything, super slow motion, but really, he's really focused, so every word is really as he means it, and so is his work. As you can see here, these teeny tiny brush strokes, and everything is in order, and everything is a little bit dreamy and sleepy. It's exactly how he talks. So if you look at this, you know how he talks. Yeah, what I want to say with all this is that it's super important how you talk. I mean, you can't not do something about how you talk. It's the way you are, but it's the way you use your language that affects other people, like in emails or in, if you want to call me, in telephone calls. But yeah, it's something we always forget, that the language is super important as a creative person, because you get so much when you talk right with people, or you're honest, or just giving them something of you, of your personality. If it's your artwork, or just your voice, or your emails, or your messages, be honest and do what you are. Don't try to do something you're not good at. Okay, I think that's it.